So I'm Jackie Fagan, your local real estate expert here in Virginia Beach and its surrounding areas. And my goal with these videos is to show you some of our premier neighborhoods around here so you get a feel of what Virginia Beach is like. If you're thinking about relocating here, we're going to highlight some of these neighborhoods for you and tell you what features you want to look for when you come to purchase a home in Virginia Beach. So if you like what we have to say, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Comment on something you'd like to see more of, and we can take care of you when you decide you want to move here to Virginia Beach, one of the best cities in the world. And I'm here today in Christopher Farms, and this neighborhood is one of those neighborhoods where it's a dream for you to be in. These homes are colonial style. They were built in the 80s and 90s, and they range in the 400 to mid 600 price point. This one that's currently on the market right now is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and it has been on the market for a little bit of a while, and it is at $660. So, those price ranges vary a lot. But this neighborhood, what's great about this neighborhood is if you have kids in elementary school, the elementary school is right in the neighborhood. So you can walk your kids right to school. And it's a neighborhood feel that military people find very attractive, corporate relocation people find attractive, because these homes remind you of what Virginia is all about. That colonial style brings you back to the day where the neighborhood is walkable. All their neighbors are friendly. They have community parties. And almost every home in here has a pool, which brings that neighborhood feel for all your visitors that come around. And again, it's very child friendly, so all the kids, play together, they grow up together, and this school feeds into the Kellam High School District. Part of the neighborhood does, and other parts of it goes into the Lansdowne School District. So again, you have lots of activity here that you can do. The neighborhood is also close to the beach. When you have Virginia Beach in your name, everything here is close to the beach. I like to say the beach is within 20 minutes of most of the neighborhoods, and this neighborhood happens to be central to Virginia Beach, so you can get in and out really quickly. Lots of schools, lots of transportation, lots of shopping, lots of restaurants. You've got Lansdowne Commons, which is close by. You've got Red Mill, which is close by, and you're also close to town center, so not too far away from here. You have a lot of activities that you can do right here when you live in this neighborhood, which reminds you of that old Virginia feel of the colonial style. So in Christopher Farms, what you're going to find is there are some homes that are all vinyl, there are homes that are front brick, and there are homes that are all brick. So why you have such a variety in that is when the builders first built in these neighborhoods, it was to keep costs down. Vinyl is less than brick, so if you wanted to be a little bit, high end, you went with front brick, and then the upper end was all brick. The neighborhood also has a community association, and again, that's so builders can keep the integrity of the neighborhood by having that association. The fees currently now about $33 a month, and they do have tennis courts in here and a front signage, which we will show you later in the video. And that's really all that HOA takes care of. But really, again, it's to protect the integrity of the neighborhood, so you know that your neighbor is not going to put on a purple door when you got a black door, or you got a red door, or a white door. So they have a color theme throughout the neighborhood that everybody has to maintain. Also with fences, they kind of keep the integrity of the neighborhood by telling everyone what types of fences that they prefer in the neighborhood to keep all of that consistency. Again, that helps with your property values, because you don't want to be that house that you're doing a great job keeping up your outside and then your neighbor has 3 or 4 or 5 broken down cars. So this helps with the neighborhood, keeping that integrity, keeping everybody's property values rising like we like to see them. And that way no one can say, oh, this neighbor, their fence is falling apart and I'm keeping my fence up. So having that association sometimes is a benefit to keep that integrity in the neighborhood for you. And again, this neighborhood, you've got tons of cul-de-sacs all over. So people love that their kids can go in and out of the cul-de-sac. The traffic is very low. Once you get off Holland Road, where this neighborhood is between Holland Road and Princess Anne Road, you don't have very much traffic in the neighborhood. So again, biking, walking, kids all over the place, it's nice neighborhood just to, have that family feel for you. So we mentioned earlier that we have an HOA, which is a homeowners association in this neighborhood. One of the things it takes care of is this beautiful gazebo where you can send the kids outside to play. What was really important during the pandemic was outdoor spaces, and people didn't have enough spaces in their room. But neighborhoods like this, when you have that gazebo with this open air area where it's a lot of green space, that is a plus to have in a neighborhood where you can get together, maybe have a little barbecue or party or whatever with your neighbors and not always be in your own backyard. So that is one of the things that the neighborhood association takes care of with that $33 that you have a month.